Good evening, all my dear friends in the Rotary International. I feel privileged to be in the company of the great Mr. Michael, the great Mr. Raja Sabu, the great Mr. Ravindran, Mr. Deepak Kapoor, and many other very senior Rotarians from India and maybe from other parts of the world also. It's a very privileged moment for me, and all these years since I took charge of the health ministry in the capital of India some 27 years back, I have been a part of this orientation workshop meeting on so many occasions at so many places all over the country. And I have said it on number of occasions that association with Rotary, which actually happened just accidentally, that also I will refer to, because we have so many nostalgic memories of the great days we have spent together. That has been, this association with Rotary is probably one of the important treasures for me in my life. It's a great association, it's a great friendship. It has given me a great amount of inspiration also. And at this particular moment I have to thank Mr. Raja Sabu particularly for requesting me to be part of this meeting. And at every Rotary function, he is the first one, along with others, to make sure that I enjoy the privilege of being a part of a Rotary function. I know over the years I enjoyed Paul Harris Fellowship twice because of all of you. I enjoyed the privilege of receiving the Polio Eradication Champion Award also from the Rotary Foundation. I also remember having received one more prestigious award at the Mumbai International Summit by Rotary a couple of years back, maybe around 2 decades now, and also had the privilege of being a part of the 100 years celebration in Kolkata recently. I today miss many of the senior Rotarians, and especially I would recall two special dignitaries who had been part of our activities right from the day one, Mr. Sudarshan Agrawal and Mr. O.P. Vash. Sudarshan Agrawal used to be part of this National or International Polio Plus Committee at that time. And in 93, 17 days after having become the Health Minister of Delhi, it was on 20th December 1993, at a function in Maulana Azad Medical College, post my meeting with a couple of doctors belonging to the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, I was blessed by God to have a dream the very same night to work for a polio-free India. And immediately after that, when we started working to organize the first Pulse Polio program in Delhi, I remember that sometimes in the month of April/May, Mr. Sudarshan Agrawal had come to my office for something else, and he overheard my conversation with a couple of people talking about polio eradication and the preparations about the Pulse Polio program. Honestly speaking, till that time, I had not known that Rotary had dreamt about a polio-free world even much before the World Health Organization's resolution about eradicating polio from the face of the earth in 1988 at the World Health Assembly. And after overhearing me on that telephone, Mr. Sudarshan Agarwal said, "Can you come and participate in one meeting of Rotary where we are also talking about all this?" And it was the very next day, a meeting in New Delhi's Hotel Hilton, which was again some sort of a meeting like this, an orientation workshop, and maybe where some new district governors were being sworn in or were being taught about the polio eradication movement. And that was my first association with Rotary International. And I remember after that, we together have never looked back. And in the successful implementation of the first Pulse Polio program in New Delhi on 2nd of October 1994, under the able leadership of all Rotarians, and more particularly the Rotary leadership at that time, Raja Sabu is still there. We don't have O.P. Vash and Sudarshan Agarwal and many leaders all over the country. They are still there. I can't name all of them right now, but I remember a couple of things very distinctly. This was a program which I had dreamt to work on, for which there was no mention in our planning. There was no money or financial allocation for this program in the budget. And to begin our work, we had started with a modest 1 crore of rupees. That too we organized with the help of reappropriation of 20 lakh rupees each from 4 or 5 hospitals in our capital. But I remember two things very distinctly. Rotary came to our rescue, and a lot of all publicity material and support in kind, apart from the volunteer support, it came from Rotary during that first Pulse Polio program. And then also the most significant contribution, about which I had the doubts at that time, if Rotary can really do that, the transfer of vaccine at -20 degrees centigrade from 43 regional vaccine stores to 4,000 polio kendras all over the capital in 1994. And that too very early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. As I said earlier, that I really didn't have the confidence in the ability of Rotarians to get up early in the morning. So I had arranged simultaneously for 400 alternate vehicles, so that if some Rotarians or many Rotarians fail to deliver that, we have alternate arrangements. But I always say that with a lot of pride, and I always feel so good about your contribution, that not a single Rotarian at single regional vaccine center or the polio kendra failed to deliver. And we could successfully deliver the first Pulse Polio program on 2nd of October, where of course many other organizations, many other people participated. We had the great support from World Health Organization, UNICEF, so many other NGOs, social organizations, religious organizations. But of course, the remarkable contribution of Rotarians and the Rotary International and the international support in terms of everything that was required can never be forgotten. And from that 2nd of October 1994 till today, it's a long journey. There are hundreds and thousands of incidents, anecdotes, happy moments, tiring moments, bottlenecks, so many things that we have faced together. We know the resistance that we faced from the communities in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. We know so much of continuous evaluation of strategy, monitoring, so many things that we did together. We know how, with the help of WHO, Rotary International and many others, we developed the National Polio Surveillance Project. And as was being mentioned about how actively we searched for the acute flaccid paralysis with the help of our doctors all over the country, supported by all the volunteers all across the country. We could see that great day on the 13th of January 2011 when the last case was reported. And as was rightly mentioned just now, that another 5 months from now we shall be into January 2021, and we would have completed a decade with no polio case in the country. I think this satisfaction, I think it can't be described in words, because when we started our journey, we were home to 60% of the polio cases of the whole world. And when we started working on this, most of the people used to mock at us. But when people used to mock at us that how is it possible to bring every child to the polio kendra in a country as vast as India, and people used to create doubts about the ability of India, about the ability of people in Delhi, about the ability of Rotarians and everyone else, I had always fought with everyone with one conviction, that if a country as vast as India can provide ballot paper to every Indian for exercising his or her franchise, why can't the same country, for the sake of their polio affected children, why can't the same country provide vaccines at -20 degrees centigrade in vaccine carriers, just like ballot papers, to every child's mouth? And why can't every mother be brought to a polio kendra? And I think truth prevailed. Our conviction succeeded. When we had started, if I have to recall my own feelings, I was at many times really not sure if ever in my own life I can see a polio-free world. But now it's not only about polio-free India, that we have all been, bestowed with the best blessings of God, that we could see a polio-free India for a decade or so now. And we are now almost close to a polio-free world also. But as was said earlier by another speaker, Mr. Ravindran, who said so many good things about me also. I don't think I deserve so much, but you had been very modest and very I don't have any words to actually express my gratitude for all the kind words that Mr. Deepak Kapoor and Mr. Ravindran expressed about me. But I think orientation workshops like this, they have to actually go back with a pledge or some sort of a reassertion of our own commitment, because as long as we have polio cases anywhere in the world, and more particularly in the neighboring countries, we, even after a decade, can't be complacent even for a moment. So on the one hand, all of us have to very carefully monitor and watch and support and be part of whatever polio eradication activities. Now what we are working for is not for a polio eradication in India, but now we have to support the polio eradication of the whole world by consistently working about it, giving vaccines to our own children also, as long as the international authorities and the world bodies don't decide about stopping the immunization when we have a certified polio-free world. So it's a very, very happy moment to rejoice, to celebrate, but also, as has been said, it's a great thing to hear that polio, after polio, right from 2017, Rotary International has pledged to cooperate and contribute for the elimination of diseases like measles and rubella. And I can, on the behalf of the Indian government, tell you that there are many more commitments that we want to fulfill on the health front. We want to eliminate tuberculosis by 2025. We want 100% children in India at every cost to receive vaccines against all the vaccine preventable diseases, because there is already a robust universal immunization program, but still we miss 10, 20, 30% children at different places. And we also want to ensure that not a single pregnant woman should die because she became pregnant. Pregnancy has to be a boon. It can't become a curse for a woman. We just want to literally eliminate these words like maternal mortality, infant mortality, and under 5 mortality. I know if we are all very, very meticulous in our approach about handling all these issues, one day we can bring down these numbers to almost negligible numbers. There are many other diseases against which the Government of India is working. We have recently started working on the National Digital Health Movement, which was announced by the Prime Minister. So I look forward to support from Rotarians on every important issue, not related to health only, but also many other social issues. You know, together on the COVID front, in spite of being a country of 1.35 million, today we have performed quite well as compared to the rest of the world. We have the least number of cases per million, least number of deaths per million. We have the maximum number of tests being done per million. You will be happy to know that today, in a country which started with 1 lab, I have to report back to you that we have 1,511 labs today. And in a country where in April we were doing just about 3,000-4,000 tests, 5,000-6,000 tests a day, today we crossed 1 million tests per day. That is the latest about it. We have 75% recovery rate, probably the best in the whole world, and the least fatality rate due to COVID, that's about 1.87. It has all happened because of the support of the whole society, support of the whole government, and support of all NGOs and everybody like you. I know I addressed another function with Rotary where you had described to me the kind of support that you delivered during COVID for the PM Cares Fund and many other things that you donated in kind to the fight against COVID. So I would say once again that I always feel proud of you. I am so happy to be part of you, and of course I feel lucky and fortunate that I enjoy your confidence and your blessings and your good wishes. I continue to look forward to many more years of participation together, where we can contribute significantly to two dreams of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He wants to deliver a new India to all Indians by 2022, and ultimately a Vishwa Guru Bharat in the next few years. And I think with each one of us also dreaming about it and contributing his or her bit to the development of a new India, where we can bring back smiles on everybody's face, we can eliminate the miseries of everybody, all poor people, where we can ensure health, education, adequate nutrition to every child, where we can look after our elderly and our women in the best possible manner, and where we can ensure that the country and each and everyone focuses only on nationalism and humanism, and all these other isms, they get eliminated from our country. That would be a great day for India, and I am sure that we all have the capability and the capacity to deliver that to our country. So with these few words, I feel sorry that we missed the words of wisdom from Mr. Raja Sabu, who we know that he is the first Indian who became the international president, and at least for last 3 decades I have been seeing him working consistently for Rotary and through Rotary for the humankind and welfare of Indians, not only Indians but people all across the world. So wish you all good luck, all my good wishes and all my prayers to God for the welfare of Indians and all of you. And today is Ganesh Chaturthi. I also congratulate you for that, and we pray to Lord Ganesha, because he is the God for wisdom, he is the God for Sadbuddhi, intelligence, and I am sure that he is going to shower us with more of wisdom today, so that we can take good decisions for working together for the welfare of mankind. Thank you so much, all my dear friends. Namaskar, Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.